need to install, you need to like download the ISO for that exam and then create a bootable pen drive. So for that you also need an external pen drive and multiple instructions will be there. Like they will send you that before, either they have already sent you or they will send you before 2 or 3 days of exam.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with the variables. Multiple ways are there to define variables in for Ansible. Okay.
So what's the essence of variables? Why are we um, creating variables or assigning variables?
Mainly like if we are creating a playbook which is very long and in that you need to change some things very frequently. So you
Oh,
can
okay,
create
okay,
variables for that. So you just need to change the value in the variables and everything will be managed according to that.
oh, okay, okay.
So yes, to define the variable is in the playbook. Inside playbook, we can define the variable. Second way is to directly provide value on the command line. Provide value of the variable this variable ID and in the you can just change the value directly from the command line. Third way is to declare or define the variable in inventory file. So inside inventory file, create a variable separate variable file. Variable file and will store all the variables. Okay. So let's go on the systems and start them first. So root and the password.
Mhm. Mhm.
First, let's check the connectivity, whether this machine is able to connect with the manage host which we have. So first go to the directory in which we are doing our projects.
So what happened when you run it outside the directory?
It will not be able to fetch the host from the inventory.
Okay, okay, okay.
Like Ansible hyphen m ping on all, but it will not be able to find the host in any inventory because we haven't configured any host in the main inventory file, which is available in etc Ansible.
Yeah, I tried it. I received error too. That's why I'm asking.
Like if you want, you can provide the inventory as well while you are
In
running
the when we put it here, it should be able to run.
like this. The inventory is available in TJ and the name is.
Oh, okay, okay, that will work. Uh, let me see. So what is the I? That's I.
I like we are telling which input file it needs to use, which inventory file is it is,
To
and
use. Okay.
okay.
Mm.
So like this, you can also use an inventory which is in a different location to do the to run any module on that particular file.
Mm.
Okay, and just submit. Next, let's go to the TJ directory. So these are the playbooks that we created yesterday. Okay, if we see the playbook package.yml, it is a single module which is used for installing the package, correct?
Mm.
And other than this, if we want to add another module which should start the service, so that module is service module, then name of the service and the state. And let's also provide a name for this task. Starting HTTPD. And here as well,
But that one is installing.
this one is installing. So the top one is for installing HTTPD. This one is for.
Starting the HTTP.
We made an error here. We need to restart the service. So restart it and state sorry enabled equals to yes. Okay.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay. So we want to do this, and if we save this particular playbook and run it, we will be able to do that without any issues. Okay. Save and run. So Ansible hyphen playbook package dot YAML and hyphen C. So this will install the package and then start the service.
So the gathering fact, I think that's just like pinging them, right?
No, no, not only pinging them. It is like fetching the details from the remote machine. What is
Okay.
the host name of the machine? What are the
Machine.
features and everything?
Okay.
So if we run this particular module, if we run this particular playbook, it will do these tasks. The package is already installed and it will only restart the service. Okay.
Mhm.
But what we want to do is that we want to install a different package this time. So we need to change the parameters in the particular playbook. We need to open it, change the entries in the name attribute in both the modules. Correct?
Mm.
Like if we want to install bind and we want to start the service related to bind. So for that we need to provide the package name as bind and the service name as named. Only then it will work. Okay. Yep. We need to change the package name to bind this entry as well.
Mhm.
Similarly, in the bottom one, we need to change this and this as well.
Yes. Yeah.
But if we use variables,
Okay.
then we just need to change it at one place. We don't need to change it at least 4 times. We only need to change like if the service and package name is same, we only need to change one time. If the service and package name are different, we need to only change it 2 times.
2 times. Yeah.
So how to declare variable and how to call them? So first of all, for declaring the variable, just after host, you'll write where's and then provide the variables. The first variable is HTTP, sorry, not this. Variable is P and the value in that P variable is HTTPD. Another variable is S and the value in S variable is again HTTP. Okay. So here we have declared two variables. Now we
Why not?
want to use
Can you use bind instead of the HTTP?
what?
So use bind. I mean, for the second variable.
Let's see it by. Okay.
Okay.
So now we want to call these variables. For calling the variable, the syntax is curly brackets 2 times and then the variable name. Here we want to call the variable P. So whatever value is defined in P variable, it will be fetched and it will be used. Just like that, here as well, we want to use P variable. But this time, well, when we are providing it in attributes, we need to put it in inverted commas. And here, the variable that we need to call is S and S and so if we save it now, run it Ansible -playbook package.yml and -v 2 times. Let's wait for it to run. So see the name, what it is saying installing find. It
Mhm.
automatically fetched the name from there. But in 128, it is showing us an error that repository have incorrect checksum. So there is some issue with the repository. We need to resolve that. In 136 machine, it changed. Okay. If we go up and see the name of the services that were restarted. So see the name. It was named P. So it automatically fetched the name. It automatically called the variables, and whatever value was there in the variable, it used those values. Okay. So like if we want to install vsftpd. Okay. So first let me just do SSH, or let's try to check what's the issue on the 128 machine via Ansible. So command -a lsblk on dev. So the CD is not mounted. Okay, that's why it is not able to fetch the details from the repository and install the package. So we already have a playbook for that. Let's run that only. Ansible -playbook repo.yml, enter. Okay, so it created the repo, and this time I want to run the playbook package.yml, but in the variable p, I want to provide a different value, and I don't want to open the playbook, so I can directly provide it here -e. In p, we want to provide vsftpd. Okay. And let's use -v here. Single v is enough. See here. Installing vsftpd. Okay. So it took the variable from here. In 136, it is already installed. In 128, it installed vsftpd. Whereas for the service variable, we didn't change anything. So in 128, there was no service with the name D. That's why it gave us an error.
So it needs to be started, or it needs to be installed. That needs to be installed.
Yeah, the package needs to be installed. The bind package needs to be installed so that the service can be available. Okay. So two ways we have seen. First is that we can define the variables inside the playbook. Second is that we can change the value of the variables via command line used by using -e. third is to use the variable files. So let's just copy this package.yml into another, and I'm just writing pack.yml. Pack.yml, and this time I'm not declaring, I'm not defining the variables here. I'm going to remove these lines. And if we try to run this playbook, Ansible -playbook pack.yml. So see here, it is saying the task includes an option with an undefined variable. The error was P is undefined, and it is also showing us where the error could be in line 4, column number 14. Okay.
Line 4 column.
So
okay.
Before checking the variable, the variable file, let's check how to declare variable inside the inventory file. So if we open the inventory file here, we have this group /dev, dev and test, correct?
Right.
If you only want to declare a variable for a single host, in that case, in front of the host, you will write the value like this, that p is equals to, let's say, bind. Okay. If you want to declare variables for a group, then we will declare like this. For test group, colon variables are, so vars, and then here we'll provide the variable like p is this time which package should we install? Let's try to install GCC, and the service we need to restart. We want to restart is HTTPD.
What is the GCC? What is the GCC doing?
It should be a package which might be available in the system. If it is there, it will install it. If it is not there, mainly it is a compiler for used for C and C++. Those.
Okay, GCC. Yeah. Okay.
So let's save it and run that playbook. Ansible -playbook pack.yml. I still didn't define the values of the variables inside the playbook, and we are going to run it again. So see here, it used the name
Right.
bind, so it automatically took the value from there. As for the second one, it it installed 128 package on 128 machine. Then here it is giving us an error for 128 because we didn't define s variable for the dev machine. We only defined p variable for dev machine.
Right.
And finally, it restarted HTTPD on the test machine. Okay. Then, so this is the third way to define the variables. You can define them in the inventory file. Next is to create a variable file. So let me create var.yml, and here we will directly declare the variables p, and in p we want to declare the value. We want to save the value as Perl, and for S, for service part, we want to restart firewall D. Save this particular file. The file name is var.yml.
So
And
the var, the variable inside the file, they have to be related to the same package or separate file,
it's up to
separate
you.
package. It's up to, okay, okay.
So if we open the pack playbook now, so here we need to provide the name of the file, the variable file, so that it can go and fetch the variables from there. So here, before we write only var and then started the variables, this time we'll write vars underscore files, and the file name is var.yml. Okay,
Mm.
save it and let's run it. Ansible playbook pack.yml with -v. See here.
Mm. So, yeah, right.
You can say there is a like priority. If you provide the value while running the playbook, that has
Mm.
the top highest priority. It will take that value. If you have defined variables in a variable file or inside the playbook, so those have higher priority over the ones which you have defined in the inventory. Okay, so it goes
Okay. So
last inside.
the file is have high priority more than the inventory.
Yes. The
Okay.
highest priority is on the command line, second highest is inside the playbook or the variable file, and the last priority is the inventory file. Okay, so it installed Perl package here. Then see here it is restarting the
Firewall
firewall
day.
defense. Okay, so if we see here, let's check. So it restarted firewall, and if we go up, we'll be able to see it installed Perl package. So the
Mm.
package is Perl.
Yeah.
So like this, we can define variables in multiple ways. We can call them inside the playbook and just change the value when we want inside the variable, and it will change everywhere in the playbook. So it will be a little bit easy to work with when we define the variables. Okay, and the last way, one more way is there. For that, what you need to do is create directory in the where your Ansible file is. So create a directory with the name group underscore vars. and one more with the name host underscore vars. So instead of defining the variables inside the inventory file, you can
Mhm.
also define them here in these locations. And how will we define, like if we want to define variables for dev group, okay,
Mm.
to define variables for dev group, we will create a file in this group vars directory with the name dev, and then it will fetch the variables from inside that file and we'll be able to use it. Okay,
Mm.
so let's create it and first remove the variables which we already have in the, it was in the pack.yaml. So just a minute. We want to go to pack.yml and, or let's leave it as it is. Copy this pack.yml to new pack.yml. Here we have again removed the variables.
Mm.
So if we run it now, it will fetch the variables from the inventory file. Correct?
No, it will go to the variable file, right?
No, we have removed it. We have removed the entry for the variable files. It will
Okay.
only go to the variables file if we have defined that
The file.
they
Okay.
need to fetch the variables from that file. Okay,
Mm.
so it will only fetch the variable from variable file if we have written it here. If we haven't written anything here, it will go directly to the
Inventory.
inventory. So let's open the inventory and let me also remove the variables from here. So this should give us an error because in inventory as well, we don't have any variables now. So variables are not defined inside the playbook. Variables are not defined inside the inventory. So if we try to run this playbook, new pack.yml will get an error. Got it?
Mm.
So now we want to define the variables in these directories. So let's create two files, one with the name tab. So it will store the variables for developer host group, and we just need to define the variable like this tab, and we need to provide the variable, let's say httpd only, and the service is also httpd. Okay, so it will fetch the data from here, save it. Then I'm creating another file, this time for test group in p variable. So in p variable, the value should be VSFTPD and the service should also be VSFTPD. Save it and now run the playbook. New pack.yml with -v. Let's wait for it to run. One 36. So on 128, it started the service HTTPD. If we go in this one, in 136, it started the service VSMTPD. So you can define the variables for different groups, either in the inventory file, but if you don't want that everybody or anybody should be able to get the variables from inventory, you can also store them in group vars and host vars. Okay.
Okay.
Then final one is that if we have an array of variables, let's create another file variable.yml, and we want to install users. We want to create users on the remote machine. So host is set as all. Then first let's write task, then we'll write the variables later. So in task, we want to use a module user in which the name should be fetched from a variable.
Okay.
The variable will define later on. After name, then next is state, present, and one more thing, let's use home directory. So for home, I think it is home only. So let's just write home. And again, we want to use a variable. So
we're going to be defining that in the host file. I mean the file for the variable.
we'll define it here only.
Yeah. Okay.
Before that, let me just copy this, copy and paste. Because we want to create two users and those users will have different username. And
Okay.
now the variable array, let's write it here, vars, and the first is users. In users, I have the first variable and whose name is, what should we write? Let's just use Khan. And that first name is Shahrukh and last name, no, we don't need last name, we need to provide the home directory. So home dir is on slash should be SR. Another one is Patmos. Then again first name. This time, is it your first name only?
No, that's my last name.
Okay, what's the first name?
Tunji. Tunji.
T
U
T U
Tunji.
MJI.
N as in Nancy. Nancy.
Huh?
Nancy. N as in Nancy, not M.
Okay.
Right.
Oh. And home directory should be created on slash and it should be, let's say, TJA. So now these are variables, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to call these variables, so for that we need to use a different method of approach because now they are in multiple layers, you can say.
Right.
And we will not be providing these hyphens everywhere. So either we define these variables like this. Okay, that's the first way of defining the variables. Another way of defining the same variables is this one. users underscore Khan underscore first name. In that we will write the name. Then next variable is that users underscore Khan and home dir, and users underscore Patmos underscore DYGI and sorry, FNAME. That will be G and users again and home dir slash DJ. Okay, so which one do you think is better? This one or this
The
one?
first one, I think of them are I would say the second one.
The second one. When we only have like 4 values.
Yeah.
But let's say in this Khan parameter, we have 5 values. Here in
That's
Abedmus,
the
we
right
again have 5.
typing. Yeah.
In that case, this would be better.
Oh yeah.
Correct?
Right. I mean, it depends on what one is want to use. I mean,
Yes.
the price is giving the same result.
Right. So either we define them like this or we define them like this. And if we want to call them now, so for these variables, it is very
Mm.
easy. We just need to write the whole variable name here, so we will be able to call them. Like if we want to use the value, this one. So we will write the variable users underscore abadmus underscore fname.
Mm.
But in the first scenario, how we will write? First of all, we'll write users. Then it is going one step down, or we can say one step inside. Okay. So we'll put a dot. Then again, we'll write Khan, then one step inside dot fname. So it will fetch the value this Shahrukh for home users dot Khan dot home dir. Here it will be users dot Patmos dot fname and users dot Patmos and dot home dir.
So using dot here, but using underscore there. Why?
Because here we are like going step by step inside, but there we defined a single name for this variable. Here we are creating a list, you can say, for a list of variables. But here
So
we are,
in the tasks, you use users dot. Is that
hmm?
what you put there? Dot. So you said users dot
Mm-hmm.
a dot fname. But
Yes,
but there. Oh, okay. You are using the first one, not the second one. Okay.
yes, only the first one.
So, but if you're using the second one, you have to copy it the way it is.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So right now, like it is not, you might be thinking like, why define them like this? But when we use loops later on, these will be very helpful. We will be
Okay.
able to like make our playbooks very, very short by declaring the variables like this way. Okay. So right now let's save it and check the syntax variables hyphen syntax hyphen check. So no syntactical errors. Let's run it. Ansible playbook variable.variable hyphen v. So So the first one it completed, but the second one is what it is saying. Task include an undefined variable. The error was dictionary object has no attribute home dir. Let's check what's the issue. Can you tell me the error? Why it gave us an error?
Let me see. Which one is happening? Is it the second one or the first?
Yeah, for the second one, it is giving us an error and it was something related to home dir.
Yes. Users.con. Users.a home to. Huh? I can't see anything.
Like check the variable here. The error was related to home dir. This variable. Okay. So if we check this variable's value, like it starts with users. So go to
Huh?
users dot abedmus, then dot home dir dot home. The
Oh,
dir.
yes. 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 Yes.
So
Exactly. Exactly.
we need to
That's
just
it.
write dir. If we
Okay.
save
So
it,
basically, if you put home, it should be what? It should work.
hmm,
If you put home the way it is over there, it should work.
yeah, it will work.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But when we are defining the variables like this, if we in an array of variables, so it is
Uh-huh.
better to use these values as same values because in the loop section we will be able to use them easily then.
Okay.
If they are different, we will not be able to put loops, but if they are same, we will be able to use loops there.
Loops. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
then okay, let me just remove the package from here. Yum remove http. And now I want to install the package with the playbook. So Vim, let me just use abc.yml on host test. The task is to install a package. So yum module name of the package is httpd and state is present. So a simple module, nothing else. And if we run it with -b, or let's run it with -2 times b. Okay, so see here. So it showed us what packages it installed here,
Mm.
correct?
Yes.
Let me just remove the package again. Yum remove httpd -1.
Remove. Oh, oh.
Sorry. So we have a variable, register variable. What that does, it register it stores the values, or you can say it stores the output of a module inside a variable. Okay. So we use that register variable like this. Just under the module name, we write register colon and whatever variable in which we want to store the output. So let's create a variable with name out underscore result. And there is another module which we already saw, debug. We use this debug module to print a particular line, but we can also use this debug module to show the value of a variable, just like echo command. And if you
Mm.
want to display the variable of the value of a variable, we will write it like this: debug, and the variable is so var equals to out underscore result. So it will display whatever value we have stored in the out result. So if we run it now, Ansible playbook abc.yml. See here.
Mm.
So this time it stored all the output inside a variable and it displayed us here that it installed these packages.
The output and the
Yes,
dependency, everything is going to come up.
correct. So like if we wanted to perform any particular action on any of these, like we want to run a specific module after checking the output result of this yum module.
Mm-hmm.
So we can store the variable, the value of this particular output inside a variable, and we can later on use it in the conditions. Like if this particular keyword is there in the output, then you should
Mm-hmm.
perform this action. Otherwise, you should not perform it. Okay.
Right.
Just like what we did in scripting, we used if statement. Like
Right.
if condition one is true, then perform this. Otherwise, perform another option.
Right.
So same thing we can do here by storing the values here inside this. So these are all about variables, what we can do with variables here in Ansible. We can store them, we can declare them by different ways, we can call them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's end it here for today.
Mm.
The next things that we have on the curriculum is Ansible Vault
Vault.
and Ansible Facts. What it gather every time when we run the particular any playbook. It every time gather the facts. So we'll
Right.
see how to use those facts in the playbook.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
So do the practice of this one, and
Mm.
if you have any queries, please let me know.
All right. So I have a question regarding the
The exam.
yeah, the exam. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. You can ask.
Let me share my screen real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so here,
Hmm.
so this place, I tried to complete this, but I noticed when I changed to this, in Natasha, I gave Natasha to be a secondary group, but at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, I noticed when I create a file in this folder, in where is the folder? Right here, this folder. So it's not automatically having sysadmin as the um, group name.
No,
So what
the
it
first
is it related to UMask or what?
no, the first step, like in the fifth question, the first step is that we need to change the group ownership to sysadmin.
So I need
So
to create this first,
yes.
right? Okay, let me, because I know I did this and I don't know why it's giving me. Mm,
Did I send you the answer key for this?
Say that one more time.
Did
Oh,
I send you the answers?
did you?
The solution?
No, you did say you're going to send it.
Sorry, let me send it
Oh,
right now.
oh, okay, send it. Okay, so basically I can go through that, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, okay, 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 okay.
Let's clear this one first. You can ask this. We can do this one as well right now.
Okay, let's quickly do this one.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, okay, make it dir. Okay, I've already made it though. Let me
Mhm.
just go into it, right?
Yeah, create another one. You can admin one or whatever.
Okay, admin. Okay, okay, go to like admin two. Let's see.
Yes,
Let's see admin two, right?
right.
Okay, so this is created now. The directly should be read, write, but not to any other. So I'm thinking, so is UMask, is that correct?
No, no, no. The first point. Read the first point. The group ownership of common admin is sysadmin.
Right. And they're looking at it right now. So
Right
the
now
group
it is.
is root, right?
So we need to change it.
So change ownership.
We want to change the group membership, group ownership, not the user ownership. So either use ch group. Yes.
Okay. So that's done. Then the directory should be read, write, and execute, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yes.
So to user and group sysadmin, but not to any other.
So before doing this one, read the next one as well.
Files created in this automatically have group ownership set to the sysadmin group.
So how do
Yeah, it's
we
been
achieve
already.
this?
I think that one is already created, right?
No, 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 no. Like if you like, if let's uh, create a file in this admin2 directory. Create an empty file using touch. Create a file inside admin2.
Touch. Mm,
No, not here. In admin, in
I should,
admin 2.
I should,
Yes.
mhm.
And check the permission. Only ls-l.
ls hyphen m.
L. L. That's it.
Oh, okay.
ls-l. Yes. So see, the group membership of this new file is right now set as
Root.
root. What it is saying in the last point of that fifth question, where did it go?
Mhm.
Can you scroll? Yes. So in the last point, it is saying that files created in common admin should automatically have group ownership set to the sysadmin group.
Disagree. So, but
So
it's
we
not
can,
automatically.
yes, it is right now. It is not automatically setting the group ownership. So
So
for
that
that,
means you must.
no, no, not you must. We need to use special permissions, and we need to use
Oh,
SGID.
oh, I haven't go back to that video. That's why.
Yes,
Okay.
it's because
Okay.
like
Okay.
the permission one, the ACL regular permission and this special permissions definitely go through them because it
Yeah.
will be used multiple times.
Mm, okay. So I'll go over it. So don't worry. I'll figure it. I'll go over it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have anything to do with you must.
No, no, no. In this question, we don't need to change anything regarding you.
Anything you must. Oh, okay. 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 All right. So let me send the question, the answer, then I will go over the question, ACL again,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've
and
sent you
then
the question as the answers as well, so you
okay.
will be able to check that.
All
But
right. Thank you.
like try to check the answers. Like keep it as last resort.
Last
First,
result.
try to
Okay.
do, yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
First,
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Sure. I'll
try
just
to
go through the
focus on
video
that.
and see if I can fix this first.
Yes, yes, yes. And your exam is on 11th
Yes.
March.
11th March.
Okay, so uh, it is better to like go via the videos till 25th of Feb only, because by that point, if you are not able to like do everything yourselves, then please go through the answers so you'll be able to be ready by 11th. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I understand your
Because
point.
yeah, because like we pay a lot for this examination.
Right.
This RSCSA takes a lot. So
I
what's the
know.
fees for RSCSA there?
The fees.
Yeah,
I
the
think I
exam
pay
fee.
like how much did I pay? Oh, close to 400, right? It's close. It's
Right.
not 400, but it's close to.
Uh,
I know I will pass. This is nothing. I mean, it should be. I should be good. Because if we
yeah,
go back to that video, I mean, it should be.
yeah, you'll be able to do it.
Hmm. So by 25, if I cannot cope with it, I'll just check the video, the answers.
Yes, so like you will be able to get the basic idea, then you'll be able to do it easily.
Right, right, right. And mostly, I mean, I try to try to focus much on that using the documents,
Mhm.
the user doc and app, and then the man page. I try to make sure I'm very competent in that three, so that in
Right.
case anything goes wrong, I know where to get my answers. So,
Correct, correct. That's the main thing. If you get stuck, you should be able to like go with the situation.
exactly, yeah, that's the open. All right, thank you, man.
Okay, welcome.
Mhm.
See you
Bye.
next
Yeah,
week.
yeah, okay, bye.
Bye bye.